Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for a brand new pick a card reading. For anyone that's new to the channel, hello and welcome in. My name is Melissa, and today's reading topic is going to be answering the question, how does your person perceive you? Love and Romance Edition. So what I'm going to be looking into in this video is how your romantic love interest is perceiving your energy. So this is going to be a little bit different than how they feel about you or what they think about you. This is more so the impression that you're giving out to them based off of the interactions or experiences that they have had with you, okay? So it's a great reading for anyone out there who's maybe wanting to maybe see for them, how do I want to say it? It's really good for any of you guys that are wanting to promote maybe a higher level of self-awareness, you know, because just because somebody could be perceiving us a certain way, it doesn't always mean that this is necessarily the way that we're intending to come across, right? So this could just be a really great reading for not only self-reflection for yourself, but also to just kind of get the tea on how your person is receiving your energy. So let's get into some disclaimers. First and foremost, guys, please keep in mind that this is a general reading. So with that being said, some messages may resonate really specifically to you and your situation, while other messages may not. If something is feeling confusing in the reading and it doesn't feel like it's lining up with your personality or your situation, just let it go. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. And please don't get upset if something in a general, widely distributed YouTube reading is not completely resonating with every single aspect of your situation. If you did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can do that will be linked in the description box down below. As I always say, personal readings are just a great way for you to get a more accurate read on your own specific situation. All right, so we're working with 3 piles today. So starting here on the left, we have pile number 1 with some strawberry quartz. We have pile number 2 with some pink Himalayan salt. And then for pile number 3, we have this citrine. So I want you guys to go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your person and how they are perceiving your energy. Go ahead and select the pile or the crystal that you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, scroll down to the description box where you will locate the timestamp that will take you to your chosen reading. See you there. Hey pile 1, if you guys picked out the strawberry quartz crystal, this is going to be your reading all about how your person is currently perceiving you and your energy. So as I mentioned, this is more their perception of you based off of the interactions that you guys have shared or the energy you've exchanged. It may not necessarily indicate how they feel. So just keep this in mind. This is just about the way that they're reading your energy. And like I said in the intro, just because it is their perception, it doesn't mean it's the ultimate truth, but it may help you guys to be a little more self-aware as to how you're potentially coming across to others. So starting off, we got this really cute new deck that I wanted to feature for this reading. So we have Flighty playing games. Okay. We have Uncertain, maybe, maybe not. And we have Secret, Hidden Intentions. Okay, you guys, this is already like starting us off with some tea. And we're going to be adding on with a lot more information here with more decks. So overwhelmingly, this person feels that you guys are a little bit mysterious in terms of what you're wanting from the situation and what your true intentions may be. They're seeing you guys as being very flaky and wishy-washy. Like they can tell that you're not really 100% sure, or they feel like you're not really 100% sure about them or about the situation. This is specifically meant for like romantic connection, so I'm going to be interpreting it in this context. But even if it doesn't necessarily have to do with them, it could be that you guys are coming across as being a little bit uncertain about the situation between the both of you with the maybe, maybe not card. And there's an energy here that this person feels like you're kind of playing games with them a little bit and not being totally honest about what it is that you ultimately want from the situation. They definitely are feeling like you guys are holding back a lot. I definitely am getting a little bit of like a flirtatious energy from this too. I don't know if that's just because the deck is just a super flirty deck, but I definitely am feeling a little bit of that here. Like you have a very coy energy with this person. Let's get some clarifiers with the tarot. So starting with flighty, what is this about? Why is their person perceiving them as being flighty? We have the Chariot, clarifying the uncertain energy. The Nine of Swords. And then we have the Five of Swords. So kind of all the... That's definitely a game playing card, the Five of Swords for me. There's something here, I think, about the level of effort that you guys have been putting into this situation that is kind of driving the undertone of this reading. Like, I think you guys maybe have been really measured in how much generosity you've been willing to give to this person. And I don't know the context of your situation. You know, maybe there's a reason why you guys have pulled back your energy, especially if this is someone that you already know or have an established connection with. Because the Six of Pentacles is about generosity, but a lot of times when I see this in a love reading, it's when we're really thinking about like how much we can give to something and we're being a little bit more picky or choosy about how much we're giving. This is also about breadcrumbing for me at times too. So I'm kind of wondering if you guys, in this person's perspective, you may be actually like breadcrumbing them a little bit with your attention that you've been willing to give them, which makes a lot of sense with some of this energy we're seeing here. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think that this person, maybe you guys have expressed to this person that like you have some anxieties or fears about this situation, because the Nine of Swords is definitely talking about like ruminating thoughts. But one other message I'm also getting, you guys, is that your person may be the one that's anxious here too. Like maybe your energy, the way they're perceiving this, is all being driven by this energy of feeling anxiety or like ruminating over the situation that they're doing. So take it how it resonates for you, but I do feel inclined to kind of say that for some of you guys out there. It may not be that they're perceiving you as anxious. It could be that they're the anxious one and they're the ones that are kind of overthinking and like misinterpreting all of this stuff that I'm saying here. But ultimately there is an issue here with fears and anxieties around the situation that could be why this person is perceiving you as being a little bit in and out or uncertain about this. The Five of Swords as well is sort of this energy of when we don't really show our hand. It's very similar to like what we're seeing here with the Secret card. You know, like this has been coming up for me, I feel like a lot in readings recently, where it's like this Five of Swords really talks about when we sort of don't want to be vulnerable to admit what it is we truly want from the other person, or to kind of soften things, soften our demeanor, let our guard down, because we're afraid that if we do so, we're going to get hurt, right? We're going to lose in some way. So it is kind of an ego-driven card for me. This person is definitely feeling this energy of you not fully showing your hand, not fully expressing how you feel, kind of playing little, you know, they're perceiving it as games with them. So to give you guys an example, and I use this one a lot in the readings, but, you know, like this could be passive aggressive energy where you kind of beat around the bush and don't really say directly what you mean. This can also be like if they text you, you would wait like the exact same amount of time to text them back that it took them to text you. You know what I mean? Instead of just responding when you're free. So there's definitely something here this person is picking up on in your energy around like mind games, or like this card talks about, they feel like you have hidden intentions, that you're not really showing your true vulnerable self to them. And maybe this is justified, right? You guys know the situation better than me, but this is just how they perceive it. With the Chariot card here, the Chariot is all about like achieving a goal, right? Like having our eye on the prize and like trying to achieve a specific type of goal. So there could be something here that this person feels that you're being very like strategic about. Like maybe there's some sort of end goal that you guys are hoping for out of this connection, or some sort of end result that you guys have shared with this person that you want. Or I could even see this being like, you know, going on a date with someone and they ask you, well, what are you looking for? And you answer, right? You would say like, oh, I'm looking for XYZ. You know, like whatever it is that your goal is in love, this person is perceiving you as being willing to play games to get to whatever that is, okay? I also think, again, I'm kind of picking up that this could be this person's energy too, of like this person, maybe somebody who actually wants to go places. They actually want movement in this connection. You know what I mean? And so because they're a person that's very driven and focused and like has their eye on this prize that they want, any sort of like waffling from you or lack of clarity from you is making them feel like you're playing games here. So this is really interesting, Pile 1. I cannot wait to see the comments on this video so you can tell me what's really going on here. But let's go ahead and move into the archetype cards next to see how this person perceives your energy. So let's go ahead and see for Pile 1, how does their person perceive my Pile 1 viewers' energy at this time, truth be told? We have detective, great powers of observation and intuition. Oh my gosh. So yeah, like this person, I feel like they feel like you have their eye on them. Like you guys can see right through them the way she's like looking through this book. This person may feel like you guys spy on them sometimes, like you spy on their social media or something like that. Or maybe you're the type of person who kind of like finds out information and like they see you as being someone that is wanting to get to the truth of a situation here. Let's see. We also have the monk nun. This says selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit, negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. So for a lot of you guys too, I do think that this person, I'm kind of like going back to that Chariot card of having like a specific goal or intention that you're trying to align yourself with here. Because this talks about that selfless devotion and dedication to spirit. So like there's something that they're perceiving you guys as being very devoted to in your life, a belief system, a way that you live, a goal. But this can also be speaking to like maybe some of you guys viewing this are actually like quite spiritual, or your religious practices are like a big part of your life and personality. So this could be just something that they also associate you with here. This is so fun. Okay, let's go into our next deck. So this is the Love Story Oracle. So let's see what else we can get here for pile number 1. How's their person currently perceiving them? We have open up. Okay. We also have self-worth. Friendship at the bottom, so they do see you as a friend, but there's something that they feel that you're not being open with them about with this detective card here. I wonder if you guys may use information that you find and try to get this person to like open up through this information that you've sought out. You know what I mean? Like, I can't help but feel like there is a little bit of this like strategic energy of the Five of Swords coming through with this detective card, you know? So I definitely feel with the open up card being here, this is definitely emblematic to this person. You know, the door is still closed here, and they're perceiving you as not being totally open with them. And I feel like this person is desiring for you to be open with them, to just be honest about what it is that you're feeling and what you're wanting from the situation. And with this self-worth card coming up here, I think that there's actually a lot of mirroring going on here. I think both you and this person may have maybe some similar triggers around like self-worth and self-esteem and just the way that you communicate with each other. Because like, I don't know why, I just, with the mirror here and the way that I'm reading your cards, it's almost like some of the energy feels like you, some of the energy feels like them. So I think that this could be like a mirror situation where you guys are both maybe doing the same thing to each other in a sense. But I also think that this person may be perceiving you as, you know, some of this behavior that they are picking up on is coming from a deeper issue with self-worth, perhaps. So let's get some more cards here, guys, for pile number 1. How is their person perceiving them at this time? And remember, like I said in the beginning, like perception does not always mean it's reality. This is just their interpretation of things, and that can totally be distorted based off of what kind of mindset this person is into, you know what I mean? So let's see. So we have masculine coming up here. So some of you guys viewing this could identify more in your masculine energy. Maybe you are like masculine identifying. Let's see what else we get though before I get too deep into that. How is this person perceiving my pile 1 viewers? We have love cords. So there's definitely still attachment here. And then we have rendezvous. So yeah, this person with masculine coming up here, the way that I read the masculine energy is it's the energy of action, right? So again, with the Chariot card here, it's like this person is seeing you as someone who is in your masculine energy at times, like whether it is that you're going after a goal or something in your life that you're very motivated and dedicated towards. There also could be a feeling from this person that you're more of the leader in this connection, energetically. Okay, so maybe this person is leaning back more in their feminine energy, and this could be pushing you guys to kind of show up as more of the person that's having to take action or like drive the connection forward because they're not the ones doing it, right? But there's definitely still attachment here. So it's like even if you and this person are separated, they do perceive that there is still a connection. There is still energy drawing the two of you together. And I wonder if this person also associates you with like late night kind of like meetups. Not that that's a bad thing, but when I see rendezvous and champagne, I think of like kind of late night sexy dates and stuff like that. So let's see. We're just going to close it out with a few more pile 1. So how does this person perceive my pile 1 viewers? We have the stork coming up. I think you guys really actually are very inspirational to this person. We also have the other. Yeah, it's like this person perceives you as really kind of keeping your distance energetically. That makes sense when we have the love cords and some of these cards about like not being totally honest. I think they're seeing you guys as being like interested in them, but not fully expressing it, you know, and admire from afar. They may also feel like you guys have other options that you're interested in as well. There's definitely a feeling of distance here that I'm getting. That they're perceiving from you. So whether this is physical distance or energetic distance, it's like there's still that connection they feel, but it's just not fully coming together for them. You guys may also be pregnant, or maybe like some of you guys have children and they're associating you with children and family and things like that as well. But if that doesn't resonate, there's definitely something that you guys are doing, I feel, in the public eye or just in your life in general, this person finds very inspiring. So pile 1, I think that we got a lot of information here. I'm definitely curious to hear from you in the comments how you feel it resonates and what the heck is going on with this person. So please drop me a comment down below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you guys are aware of when I upload new content. And if you guys do feel guided to support the channel, you can also click the thanks button here on YouTube, and it just allows you to send me a tip. Tips are never required, but I'm always super grateful if you guys do choose to contribute. And anytime you guys do send tips, it goes directly back into the channel and getting decks and things that we need for the channel. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in a new reading very soon. Bye. Hey, pile 2, if you guys picked out the pink Himalayan salt, this is going to be your reading. We're looking into how does your person perceive you, romantic edition. So we're going to start with these cards here, keeping in mind, guys, that perception is not always reality. This is just the way this person is perceiving and receiving your energy, okay? So starting things off, we do have progressing on a roll. We have ready, wants to connect. And we have sexy, erotic affair, okay. So just jumping right in, I definitely feel this person is perceiving you guys as being very open, right? Like you're very open, you're very much putting yourself out there that you are wanting connection with this person. I definitely think this person perceives you guys as being really physically attractive. I think they are very attracted to you. And for some of you guys, I do think that they they may perceive you as kind of leading with your attractiveness or leading with your sexuality. So maybe for this group, a lot of you guys like post on social media, cute selfies and stuff like that. It may not be that for all of you. This deck is just naturally kind of more sexy because it's pinup girls, you know what I mean? So take that as it resonates, but I definitely feel that coming through for someone out there. They definitely see you as being very, very physically attractive though. And someone who I think they want to intimately connect with progressing here, I definitely feel like this person, it's like there's a feeling of progress here. So they perceive you as being someone that's progressing in your life. You're on a roll in life. So maybe you guys have been achieving big goals or making big moves in your personal life, and this person is kind of associating you with that energy. For others of you, I feel like they're perceiving this as progress in your connection in some way. And I don't know why, but well, I do know why. This person is very activated by your body. They're very attracted to your body. I think especially your lower half with that card there for some of you. Take it as it resonates, but that's what I see. So let's get some clarifying energies here. So how is pile 2's person perceiving them? Clarifying the progressing card. So we have the Knight of Swords, clarifying the ready card. Ooh, we have the Empress. Yeah, this person really is super attracted to you. Oh gosh, okay. Hold on, I don't want to take these. I want just one card, please. Oh God, okay. King of Wands, there we go. So this person definitely perceives you guys as being incredibly attractive. With this Empress card here, this is like, you know, the divine feminine energy in the tarot. So that's like, they definitely perceive you guys as being very receptive and open to receiving love. I also think that this person perceives you as being very nurturing as well. Someone who is very kind and caring and like almost maternal in energy, but they see you as this very high value, like feminine, just like the most quintessential, like in the best way possible, feminine energy. And I think that this energy of like the physical attraction is coming from this person. Like the King of Wands is sort of how I'm reading your person in a sense. Like I think that they are coming into their own self-confidence right now with the King of Wands. And I think that because they're feeling really good about themselves, they're valuing someone that feels good about themselves, if that makes sense. You know, when I think of a King of Wands, this is someone who really likes to have a very attractive partner, you know, someone that looks really good to be able to present to the world, that looks really good on their arm. So there is sort of like this element of the physical attraction is very important to them, and they feel that you have this. For others of you, though, I do think that this is just echoing, because the King of Wands is also like a very attractive, charismatic type of person. So they're also perceiving you guys as being charismatic, but there's almost like a controlled charisma to this. You know what I mean? Where it's like you just have this deep, innate confidence within you where you can just kind of lean back, legs crossed, hang out, and you know that you're going to get whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to try that hard to get attention because people are just magnetized to you. I think, again, with this Knight of Swords, the Prince of Swords in this deck, the reason they're associating you with progress is because there is a sense of you guys having gone after something, and determination is a great word for this card because it's sort of about like driving ahead, driving forward, reaching a goal, attacking something head on that you know you need to resolve in your life. So I think that this is almost feeling like it's more of something that they're perceiving external to this connection that you guys have been working on, a goal, an achievement. But I also see them perceiving you guys as someone who's a very strong communicator, someone that's not afraid to speak up and share what they feel, but also someone that's not afraid to go after what they need to do and get things done. So let's continue. How does this person perceive pile 2? So we have the Advocate. inspires you to put compassion into action. Yeah, you see, the Knight of Wands is all about taking action. So you guys have things that you're very passionate about. Maybe the environment is really important to some of you, because look at this card right here. Every time I see this card, I think of someone that's like into like bettering the world in a sense. And so I'm noticing the tree here. So maybe like environment causes are very important to this group. But either way, there's something about you guys addressing issues that you're very passionate about in the world. Talking the talk and walking the walk. We also have Exorcist. It says freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. That's really interesting. You guys could be someone who's very like, you know, like going back to this King of Wands, someone who's very in control of yourself, right? Like someone who, like I'm feeling someone who like takes care of their diet, you know, going back to this, you know, the physical qualities are really being highlighted here. So I could see you guys, you know, being someone who is, you know, very cautious about what you're doing and why. It almost feels like anything that you guys do, there needs to be a positive reason why you're doing it. Like there has to be a positive benefit to your personal well-being and your life in order for you to engage in it. You know, so you guys probably wouldn't be the type of person that's gonna like, you know, participate in any sort of destructive behavior. And this person, I feel like this person actually really likes this about you. Let's see. You guys also may help others, and this person perceives you as someone that's helping others with their problems and issues that they have in life. So we have gifts. So maybe you guys are very generous. You like to give gifts, or maybe you guys like to receive gifts. You also have support. Yeah, you guys are, yeah. They definitely see you as having a very like maternal, like very nurturing energy to you. Someone that they can go to for guidance and they can rely on you. You're very dependable. You know what I mean? Let's see what else we get. How is pile two's person perceiving them? Promise. So they see you as like the real deal. Potential wifey, hubby material. But then look, we also have the Lust card coming up. So they're definitely perceiving you guys as someone who maybe leads with your sexuality for sure. Caged heart. Okay. Oh, we have past love at the bottom. You guys may have like a very like long-term connection with this person. Maybe you've known them for a while, or they feel very comfortable and like familiar with you in a sense. But the way they're perceiving you is, I think we have beautiful energy here, but I do think that there's something about like you guys being a little bit guarded around your heart space. Like maybe you guys don't necessarily let people in super easily. It takes maybe a little bit of time. I'm also getting that for some of you guys, this person might have done something to have you put your guard up with them a little bit, or to kind of block them out. But yeah, they are perceiving you as someone who is like the real deal, like someone that is trustworthy, supportive, someone that like they could see themselves maybe being in like a long-term, like your relationship material to this person. You're like wifey, hubby, marriage material to this person. Someone who keeps their promises, someone who's sincere in everything they do. There is still this energy though, and I don't necessarily know if it's bad, but they definitely perceive you as being very sexy. And something about that is highly, I don't know if you guys like, you know, like I was saying in the beginning, if you guys maybe like post a lot of sexy pictures and stuff like that online or something like that, but it feels like it's coming through very obviously. Like this is a trait that you like to express about yourself. And if that's not the case, then I think that this person is just overly fixated on your body. You know what I mean? So take it how it resonates with you. But it's like we have a lot of very interesting, like, very interesting energy here. It's not all just like one dimensional. I definitely feel that this person, it seems that they have like gotten to know you to see kind of like the different personality traits and how multifaceted you really are. So let's see. Yeah, so we have cheers. So this is all about like going out. This is dating, celebration, happiness, milestones. Again, it says anniversary. So this could be, again, someone that you guys have known for a really long time and they associate you with milestones. Huh. We also have blast from the past. Yeah, see? Past love. So this is definitely someone y'all have a lot of history with. But look, we have the siren. Yeah, this person definitely finds you to be very alluring and seductive here. But yeah, the blast from the past is so cute because this is like nostalgia energy. Maybe you guys kind of like came back into this person's life sort of out of the blue and they weren't really expecting it. But with this, I also think of having great conversations and like catching up. You know what I mean? Which would make sense with the Knight of Swords. Like maybe this person is really associating you with like talking on the phone or sharing great conversation as well. Overall, pile 2, it definitely seems this person has a lot of really positive perception of you. So I would really love to hear from you in the comments how you feel that it resonates and if you think this person's perception is accurate. So drop me a comment down below and let me know. If you guys are not already, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you're aware of when I'm uploading new videos. And if you do feel guided to ever support the channel, you guys can also send me a tip by pushing the little thanks button here on YouTube. It looks like a little heart. Tips are never like required, of course, but always appreciated. And if you guys ever do choose to send me a monetary tip, just know that this actually will go right back into the channel. So it'll go into getting new decks and things that we need to upgrade the YouTube channel. So thank you guys again. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 3, if you guys picked out this citrine crystal, this will be your reading. We're looking into how does your person perceive you? So like I mentioned in the intro, perception does not mean it's the truth, but this is the way that this person is sort of experiencing your energy. Okay, so we're going to start off here with this really cute new deck. So we have coordinated, great match. That's cute. We have entangled, too many obligations. Okay. And we have receptive, open to love. Okay. So I definitely feel like this person is perceiving you as being a good match for them, right? Like coordinated. The first thing I thought of actually when I saw that was that you guys dress really well, or like maybe you have good balance or something like that. I don't know, but that could be an element for some of you. But since we're talking about love and relationships, I do feel that this person perceives you as being a good match for them, that there's compatibility here. And they do see you as being very receptive and open to love. Like your heart is open, you're ready, you're willing to, you know, coordinate with them, for lack of a better term. With the entangled card here, though, I definitely think that they are perceiving a little bit of a blockage here with this connection because this is saying too many obligations. So they may see you as being really busy. They may feel like you don't have as much time for them as they would like, ultimately. You guys may be the type of person that just has a lot going on in your life. And so your time and space for this connection may be limited, or it may sometimes impact the time that you're able to spend with this connection. So let's get some clarifiers here, starting with coordinated. How does this person perceive pile 3 with this coordinated energy? So we have the 10 of Swords, okay, clarifying the entangled energy. 10 of Wands, okay. Then we have the 7 of Cups. We also have the Hermit here at the bottom. So I'm already kind of getting that there's like a disconnect. Maybe there's a little bit of a disconnect here with this person, because this card is usually like talking about taking space from someone, or, you know, like not necessarily being in communication with someone. And we have a lot of heavier energy coming up here as well. So this is interesting. One thing I am getting with the Hermit card is that I do think that this person perceives you guys as being very mature and wise in a sense. I definitely feel that they see you as someone that has a lot of knowledge and wisdom gained through experience, but I keep feeling like they perceive you as being a bit disconnected from them. Like you kind of gone into like, isolation mode at times. So even though we have all these beautiful energies here of being like open and receptive, and we think that this could be, I think this could be a great match, it really feels like this other obligations card is sort of driving the rest of the energy that I'm seeing here. I wonder with the Seven of Cups if this person kind of feels like you guys are like maybe they've been daydreaming a lot about this connection and fantasizing a lot about it, and maybe this is why we have some of these cards coming up here. But I also kind of think that this person could be perceiving you as having maybe a lot of options, you know, like maybe they think that you guys have choices that you're making either just in life in general, or because it's clarifying the open to love card, I'm also getting that they may think that you guys have a lot of choices in love, that you have a lot of people that are vying for your attention right now. And typically I wouldn't read that with the Seven of Cups. Usually that's more of a Five of Wands energy for me, but it definitely feels like there's something about them perceiving you as having a lot of options that could be pulling your attention away from them. But I also think, again, they perceive you as, I think that the other flip side of the Seven of Cups is that there's this daydreamy kind of hazy energy with this, where they're really fantasizing a lot about you, or they perceive you as being someone that's fantasizing about this connection and daydreaming about it. So you're going to have to take it how it resonates with you and your situation, because you guys will know what that's about. There's a lot of different things I'm picking up on here that could apply to a lot of different people. Yeah, so with the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands, I definitely feel that this person is perceiving you guys as having been through a lot in your life. They see you as maybe having even hit rock bottom recently or gone through like a really tough time. And maybe this person is just really desiring to like uplift you in some way with that coordinated energy, like, because it definitely feels like they are picking up on a stress, like stress levels that you could be experiencing here. And the Ten of Wands definitely is about like other obligations or too many things on our plate. This is when we feel very burdened with our circumstances and just have a lot on our shoulders. But the other thing I'm getting here with us having two number 10s is that I do believe that this person is aware or perceiving you as kind of being on the verge of closing out a cycle here. You know what I mean? So I'm also kind of wondering if because this person perceives you as having gone through this tough energy and that it's coming to a close, that now it's like, okay, this is more like the new beginning energy. Does that make sense? So excuse me, guys. Yeah, so it's like there's this new beginning energy because it's like the tough times are gone or going away. Let's see. So how does pile number 3's person perceive them? Truth be told. We have networker. Enhances unity through sharing information, engenders social awareness and empathy. Conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. Interesting. Yeah, so this person definitely sees you as being really on the move. They see you as knowing a lot of people. They also, I think, see you guys as being quite successful in the workplace as well, because when I think of networking, I think about work. You guys have a way of being able to communicate really well with others. Either, like the card says, to spread awareness to a cause, bringing important things to the right people's attention. And there's an energy of trying to make peace and bring people together here. This came up in pile 1 or 2, I think. Monk nun, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. So I definitely feel like this person perceives you all as being quite spiritual in nature. This could also be like where this hermit is coming from. Like maybe they perceive you as, you know, spending a lot of time in isolation. Like you guys maybe like to meditate, or maybe you have spiritual practices that you enjoy partaking in from time to time, that it's beneficial for you to kind of disconnect from society and the things that are burning you out. You know what I mean? But there's also like this energy of just maybe they perceive you as being like quite dedicated to a cause that you're very passionate about. Let's continue. How does pile number 3's person perceive them? Yeah, I almost am getting a little bit of like workaholic energy from this as well, you guys, with the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, like, and the networker card. This could be why, like, there's this disconnection here. Like, maybe when you guys are burnt out, this person perceives you as, like, just dialing back your energy altogether. So we have romance. We also have passion. Nice. We have fun at the bottom, so that's always a nice thing to see. But yeah, so this person, they definitely perceive you as being quite romantic and passionate. I also think that this is speaking to, like, they perceive your intentions this way. Like, they perceive you as wanting romance and passion in this connection. That kind of ties in with our open to love and our great match energy coming through. I also think that this person reciprocates it too, from what I can feel here in this reading. Because it's like, I feel like they're really wanting this type of connection with you, but there's like this, there's blockages here for them that they may find a little frustrating at times. Let's see. How does this person perceive pile number 3? Long distance. So there is a distance here. We have casual dating. So they're wanting to, like, they're perceiving you as wanting to, like, get to know each other, you know? We also have enamored. So they definitely can tell, I think, that you guys have feelings for them, you know, with that love potion card coming up. I think that they can tell that you have feelings for them, and maybe you kind of bottle them up inside, in a sense. Maybe you don't really say or express it fully how you feel. But they definitely can see that you guys are wanting some sort of time with them, quality time to really get to know each other, casual dating. And there is long distance here, so some of you guys may actually be at a physical distance from this person, and perhaps that's where some of these blockages are coming in. You know, maybe they are feeling like that distance is what's causing a lot of the burden and the stress with this situation. Let's continue with a couple more cards. Okay, hold on. We have On Guard. We have It's a Plan. Look at this. Hello? So there is still like kind of a distant energy here, guys. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe this is off and on. We do have a lot of mixed emotion here that this person is picking up from you. You know, they do feel that you're at a distance from them, whether it's physically or just energetically or whatever it is. There's definitely an energy of disconnection, but wanting connection at the same time. So we have the On Guard card here. So this person is kind of perceiving you as being guarded right now. This is talking about being guarded, needs space, takes time. Someone's at an impasse or competing for someone. That could be like with all those competing priorities, the entanglement card that we had. You know, like maybe they're kind of just feeling the situation is like, or they're perceiving it as just being like at an impasse because they have to like compete for your energy and attention. But yeah, they definitely kind of perceive you guys as having your guard up with them a little bit. But they also see here, this is being echoed again with the casual dating, like that they perceive you as wanting to make plans with them, to connect, to spend that quality time like we were talking about, right? Wanting to make solid plans with them. This also talks about call with the intent to date. So I think that they see that your intention is to date them. Like they definitely are picking up that like your energy is more romantic for sure. But yeah, it just kind of feels with this group that they're picking up on some sort of obstacles here that are kind of preventing this. And I just keep feeling them like wanting more, but for whatever reason, it's not like fully coming together. And the energy could be vice versa too, you guys, like, because they're definitely picking up from your end that you're wanting these things from them, that you're wanting a romantic connection, but maybe from their end, they're the reason why it's not coming together. I don't know. But pile 3, I think we're going to go ahead and close the reading out here. This was a really interesting one. I felt like it was a little scattered, to be honest. Like maybe I was picking up on a lot of different scenarios that are going on out there. So please drop me a comment below and let me know how it resonates with your situation. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you guys are aware when I upload new content. And if you ever do feel guided to support the channel, you can always tip me by sending me a super thanks. That's the little heart-shaped button that's here on YouTube. Tips are never required, obviously, but always appreciated. And if you guys ever did donate to the channel in that way, I would just use that money to infuse it would get infused right back into the YouTube channel. So more decks and things to kind of upgrade our space. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you in a new reading really soon. Bye.